In this video, let's take a look at some of the basics of the timeline in Kinetic Text Animator. So I've got an animation here, and you can see that I've got a block. We call these blocks right here. And all of your animations are going to be on the animation timeline in terms of the text animations. So if I want to add an additional one, I can add one after that. So let's go ahead and add one. It's going to be wherever my playback head is, but I can move it to whatever position I want. So let's get that kind of over here to the end. And I can come up here and let's just do a quick search for something else. And I just copy that and I'm going to paste it over here. And I'll just do that maybe by words. And I'm not going to really knock myself out with this. I just want to get something onto the stage. So I have to be sure, and I forgot to select a font. So let's get in there and just add something. Really doesn't matter what for this example. And you'll see here that now I've got this text animation here, and so you can see on the timeline that I can do that, and I can add another one if I wanted to, and just kind of keep adding them to make my animation. Let's say that this one wasn't long enough, I could, make it longer to match up maybe audio or whatever. So, and then I can come over here and let's add another one. I'll just do codec swing, and I'll just get a font in there, and we'll just leave the basics that we have here. I'll just come over here and we'll use, I think we already used that one, so let's come over here and we'll do this, and I'll make it two phrases, two lines, so that it's going into a separate one there, and we'll just animate that. And so you get the idea there. And you'll notice there that I always forget that on this particular one I don't want to have that added space. So there we go. And I can keep doing that and adding more and more. I can move them around if I wanted to. I can add another one in between. I can come over here and say, oh, I want to here, and so I can add one before that, or I can switch these around. I can take this one, move it over here, move this one around, and do things like that. So the blocks each have their information. Notice how as I select these, it's going to whatever animation it is automatically. So it's got that information, so I could click on this again. I can change the text if I wanted to, edit it if I wanted to, reapply it, change the font, whatever I wanted to do. So another thing that I'll just go ahead and quickly show you here is you can also import images. And so let's just get some images from the, I'm just going to open a Finder window here. And these are going to be available to you in downloads, but in the Kinetic Text Animator. So if you've grabbed these, you can install it. We'll talk about installing these in a separate video, but I'm just going to go ahead and get some samples here really quick so I can take a look. So I'm just going to drop in a couple of these, and notice here that when I do, it's going to show up. There's going to be a block right here, and I can come over, I can add that. Let's just put that on the codec swing because it's got a texture. And I can come over, I can bring my over here, I can start at the beginning, and I can drop something else in. Let's say, oh, how about this? Add that in. And notice it's going to come there. And so basically it's going to show this until this shows up, and that's going to sort of replace it. So I can keep on doing that and keep on adding these. Now, at the time of this video, we're working on functionality to do the same kinds of thing where there's a block here with whatever image and so forth, and it will be you can have your video in there or your audio, and so you can do that sort of thing. So I can just keep on adding images here and make up my video to where I've got these different images in the background, and it's pretty cool as well. So just to be aware that you can move these things around, you can move these around, you can time these differently. Now the timing for the photos is really, once you've got another photo there, it's just, or background image, it's going to just replace what was there before. So you don't have to, stretch it out or anything. It's just going to automatically show this one all this duration, and then replace it with this next one, and so forth. So again, we're going to have the same functionality for audio and video, which is actually being worked on as I'm doing this video. So, but that is the basics of working with the timeline in Kinetic Text Animator.